So, we play the Bears this weekend. And Joe Flacco right now is 50-50, right? There's a chance he might not play. If he does play, who knows how long he'll play for. He has a shoulder injury. He has a AC joint injury. Right now on our roster, our only other quarterback on the roster is Joe Flacco and Jake Browning. Obviously, we do have one practice squad quarterback, and that's going to be Sean Clifford. We cut Mike White from our practice squad on October 7th, and we cut Brett Ripien on our practice squad October 7th. We didn't sign either of them back. So Sean Clifford's the only quarterback who we have left on our practice squad. Logan Woodside went to the Steelers. He did get cut from the Steelers, but he didn't get picked up by us again. So my point in what I'm trying to say here is, if you're going to get another quarterback ready for your upcoming game, you want them to practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? Because then they're ready to go for the game, especially if it's quarterback who, if Joe Flacco can't go, are the Bengals really relying their season on Jake Browning? I mean, again, I'm not saying Mike White would have been the best option possible, but the fact that they have not traded for someone yet kind of goes to show how absolutely dysfunctional this front office is. Now, as fans, we look at this and go, okay, whatever, right? Because we're thinking now about tanking, right? Losing games, right? Getting a better draft pick. That's not how NFL GMs, that's not how player of personnel's Duke Tobin is looking at this right now. That's how Zach Taylor's looking at this right now. The Bengals front office, they still want to win, because if they don't, they get fired. Coaches don't throw games. They don't try to tank. They don't try to, purposely lose and get a better draft pick. Because the whole motto with coaches is, if you tank and try to lose for a better draft pick, all you're doing is getting a better draft pick for your replacement. Now, obviously, Zach Taylor knows he's in the cushion spot. Same thing with Duke Tobin. But still, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, this Bears game is your season. Okay? You lost to the Jets. You sucked versus the Jets. And now you're about to play the Bears. And if you're Zach Taylor, Duke Tobin, you're going into your season finale here, right? Your last chance to actually get this season somewhat going in the correct direction. And even then, it's going to be difficult, but the division is winnable. And you're telling me you're going in with Jake Browning as your option? Really, your only option. I mean, if Joe Flacco doesn't play and gets 50-50, you're only going in with Jake Browning. You're not going to try to go out there, maybe pick someone else up. Again, like I said before, trade for Jameis Winston maybe. Trade a 7th round pick, get Jameis Winston, bring him on the roster, and just see if, you go into this game and Jake Browning isn't the guy. What do you know? You have, Jameis Winston to go out there. Even though we've seen plenty of tape now and plenty of experience from Jake Browning, clearly showing he's not the guy. But you want to have a plan B. Right? If things don't work out, you have that plan B. If there's any setbacks with Joe Flacco's injury, you want to have someone else to come in and, know the roster, know the team, get the reps, right? Know the playbook. But no, none of that. They're just doing none of that. Now, again, from a fan point of view, yes, this makes sense, right? This is smart, whatever. But this is not how the coaches are looking at it. The coaches are trying to win. This is how dysfunctional they are. Their plan A is Jake Browning, and their plan B is Sean Clifford, who, other than one time in the playoffs when the Packers were killing the Cowboys, guy has not played football much. And this game is your game that, again, you lose this game versus the Bears, your season's officially done. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Again, having a plan B, plan C, whatever. Like, you got to do more than that. I mean, at least Mike White, I feel like they cut him off the practice squad. They got rid of him. At least Mike White, I feel like, might give you a better shot than Sean Clifford if Jake Browning doesn't go. But even then, man, even giving Jake Browning another shot, at this point, you got to just cut your ties with the guy. He's not good. He's not good. And every game he's played this year, he's been awful. So, unless they really truly know and believe that Joe Flacco is fine, well, not fine, but he's going to play this weekend, they're really rolling the dice. 100%. And yes, he did not practice today, by the way, Joe Flacco. So there's a chance, still even more of a chance, he does not play this weekend. And yeah, no, this is just a typical Duke Tobin, typical Zack Taylor ran team where you go in with zero options and just hope everything works out, even though you know what Jake Browning looks like. And not only that, right, I'm going to continue down this line. What about the fans going to this game? Because there's going to be people that go to this game. You know how bad Jake Browning is. Why, as a team, as the Bengals, excuse me, I got to start saying their name correctly. I keep messing up the name. Bengals. I don't know why I keep messing up the name. Someone commented about that, and it's probably due to my speech impediment. I just always mess up names. But this is a home game, right? This is you want your fans to have a good product. They're paying to go to your home game. They're paying to go out there and at least see a decent product on the field. And you know how bad Jake Browning is. And your idea is, okay, whatever, we'll just go with Jake Browning. And you know Jake Browning's going to be awful. You know that product on the field is going to be awful. I don't know, man. It's just that thing, those kind of mindset, those kind of moves, it ticks me off. It gets me really irritated because I don't understand how you can go into a game that potentially could be your season and it's oh, well, a starter, 50-50 shot. You know what? We don't need a plan B. We don't need a backup. Because if you need a backup, you would have one as of Wednesday. You would have him taking reps Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But they didn't even sign anyone to the practice squad. That's another thing. We didn't even sign Mike White to the practice squad. And I do feel like Mike White would give us a better option to win over Jake Browning and over Sean Clifford. But, hey, knowing Zack Taylor, even if Jake Browning goes up there and stinks up the show, they're still going to keep him in the whole entire game. It is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you on the next one. Peace.